Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. I'm with Andrew Wertheim, Pacific Estates Planning, and he does living trust and has saved me probably thousands of dollars and a nightmare for my family by setting me up with a living trust. So Andrew, welcome.
Thank you very much. Very happy to be here. I am a California licensed attorney. I own Pacific Estate Planning here in Murrieta. And I write estate plans, wills, trusts, I do probate proceedings, and I form companies.
Well, I remember when I had my heart attack, I was in the ambulance worried that the will that I had was not good enough. And I thought I was going to die. And they gave me the last rites when I went into surgery. And all I could think is my wife does not have a good set up plan. So could you tell the folks out there about the benefits of a living will or living trust compared to a will?
I can, but first, if I can just talk a little bit about estate planning in general.
Okay.
There's essentially, 3 reasons why I feel an estate plan is necessary for pretty much anyone over the age of 18. All right, and so the first one is if you have children, particularly if you have minor children. If you have minor children, you deserve to choose who raises those children if you can't raise them yourself. And so through the will, we're able to nominate guardians for your children. And I know we have this kind of term in our culture, in our society of godparents, but there's no legal validity to a godparent. We need a will, and we need to nominate a guardian so you know who raises your kids. The other part of an estate plan that's very important to me are revocable trusts, particularly if you own a home. If you own a home, let's say the fair market value is $500,000. We don't care about the loan. If the fair market value is $500,000, and you pass away, and we don't have a trust, and there's no automatic transfer by law, which tends to happen when we pass away owning property, you should expect a 2-year-long probate court proceeding.
Oh my gosh!
And you should expect it to cost around $30,000.
A lot of people don't have that kind of money.
No, it's very it's tough on the family. And then your assets are frozen for maybe 6 months at best until someone can get the authority to access your funds. So your family is personally paying for your expenses until they can get the legal authority. So we put the house into the trust, and we make sure we choose who inherits from you and under what terms and at what ages, and we're able to avoid that court process entirely. And that's really the power of the trust. And then finally, the third reason why an estate plan is so important, John, are advanced healthcare directives. You're the perfect example.
I am.
If someone has a heart attack, right, and they arrive at the hospital unconscious, can their family find them? Because they can't fill out the forms
That's true.
Every time I go to the doctor,
yeah.
Right? And is someone legally appointed to make medical decisions for that person? I'm the type of attorney that authorizes people to go in there and save your life, and I love what I do.
You are. Without this, what happens to the family? They have to wait 6 months or longer.
Well, yeah, so the estate plan protects against 2 things, either death, what happens, who gets the inheritance, and avoiding the probate court proceedings so we know who receives your funds. But I think more important, what a lot of people aren't talking about, what if you don't die? What if you're just incapacitated? That could be a heart attack. It could be a car accident coma. It could be Alzheimer's, where you're in a memory care facility. Who is authorized to open your mail and pay your bills and to make medical decisions for you so that you can recover and you have a life to get back to? And what happens if we don't have an estate plan and someone is not authorized to do that? It's called a conservatorship proceeding. And I don't do those, but my colleagues tell me they cost at least $20,000.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. So now the trust, it covers like savings accounts and checking accounts. Is there anything that you provide with that? I mean, can I just have the banks do it, or do I need to put that in the trust?
Oh, that's a great question. So the banks cannot create the trust for you. The banks are going to have bank accounts, obviously, in your name. And oftentimes when we pass away, there's no beneficiary. So we don't know who will get it. And so we need to create a trust and put the bank account in the trust, and then the trust tells us who gets it, and that's how we avoid the court process.
I see. Like in my checking account, I have like $30,000. Is that okay to leave? Or should I put it in my savings, or should I leave the $30,000 in my checking? If it goes over a certain limit, is there a problem with that?
Okay, so the probate code, I'd have to look at the code to get the exact dollar amount, but a basic rule of thumb is if we have $184,000 or more and it's not in a trust and it doesn't transfer by operation of law, then we have to go to probate court.
Oh, God.
And so most people don't have beneficiary designations or a co-owner or their money in a trust, and so we need to talk to an estate attorney to avoid that probate court process.
Wow. Oh, man. I like I said, when I came here, I was really stressed because my wife was not sure if I was going to have a second heart attack. So she said that after we went through the will, he saw my will that I got on the radio. I heard this guy on the radio, and he says, "Get this will thing." So I filled it out myself. You're not supposed to write on a will. It goes totally void. So with Andrew, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, he's a very good man. I highly recommend him. You can even check some of the things up on social media, but he has like the 5 stars out of 5 stars. I trust him, and he's very well respected in the community, and I highly recommend you, Andrew. And do you have anything else for the families out there, or just, I guess, get a living trust? That's the
get a living trust. Yeah, I guess I just want to explain the difference between a will and a trust, because a big misconception. A lot of people think that if they have a will that they're safe, and a will is valuable because it tells us who inherits from us. But if you only have a will, we are still going to court, and we're still spending 2 years, and we're still spending $30,000 to $60,000 or more. It's the trust that you need, and it has to be written by an attorney. And we're here, we're here to help. So
I didn't know that. I bet there's a lot of people out there in the internet world, or whoever watches this video, that I thought a will was the thing. I thought that was the thing.
I know. The problem is we watch all the movies, right? The movies say the reading of the will, right?
Yes.
Not anymore. Now it's the reading of the trust that we really care about.
Okay. All right. Well, Andrew, thank you for enlightening us on this, because it was very serious for me, and I thought, God, I'm going to die, and I don't even know if my will is correct, and it wasn't. So thank you for helping my family, and like I said, the folks out there watching this, I highly recommend it. All right. Well, thank you for the interview.
You bet.